Hello and welcome to a video about one of my favorite ships, the Freelancer MIS. Sorry for not uploading for a while. I was in Japan. If you want to know more about that, check out my second channel, linked in the description for more. So lean back, get a coffee or something else to drink and enjoy the show. Okay, so I have 20 Thunderbolt size 3 missiles and 32 Pioneer size 1 missiles. In this HRT I'm just gonna try to shoot all the missiles that I have. So I'll start off with 4 of the Thunderbolt 3 missiles. Look at this top rack just firing. It fires really slow, just one by one. I'm not sure why. The missiles seem to hit. At least I get some red markers on the Freelancer that is the target. But not a lot of damage for 4 size 3 missiles. So I'm just gonna try again, fire more and more. There's a little fighter on me. It does a little damage. I have 4 size 3 M5 cannons. They do quite a lot of damage, but it's hard to hit the small fighters with it, so you can struggle quite a lot when they just dogfight or turn around you because you have such a low turning rate of the Freelancer. But when you get to hit them, they explode really fast. Here I'm trying to gimbals, but I'm not really sure how good it is. I had quite a lot of problems with the missile locks itself. A lot of my missiles just flew somewhere, but not on the target that I had. I was losing target lock from time to time. But when I switched to the 32 Pioneer 1 missiles that I have, I started to hit again. But for this single ship, I think I shot around 20 size 1 missiles, which is way too much for a ship. Then I started to focus the 400 die. Missile after missile, just throwing it at it. And it was fully red without a shield, so I just gave it a few shots. Checked out the cargo because we have cargo space in a Freelancer, but there was nothing of interest. I decided to take the Panther repeaters with me because they're also size 3 and they're good for PvP, so maybe I will load them. For some reason I could only snap 2 of the guns onto my grid, but I continued. I wanted to waste all my missiles to see the full price of reloading for once. So that's 20 size 3 missiles and 32 size 1. The Freelancer in his first fight was kinda good, but the missiles are really unreliable. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong or if there's just some weird interactions with the missiles. So repair is 1700, quantum fuel 2700. Whoa, restocking 240k for the missiles. 240k. The mission gave me 44,000 alpha aUEC. Okay, I'm gonna change the weapons. I do have the Panther repeaters that I just picked up. I have the Sledge 3 mass driver cannons, which are really weird. I've tested them already, but I might not use them today. And I have the Ballistic cannons Tarantula size 3. I'm just gonna load the Tarantula up and we'll see how the next fight goes. I also equipped this Luminalia skin, or I think it is a Luminalia skin. It looks really good. The Freelancer with this white and blue kind of feels way cleaner now. Okay, I think I have 3 kilometers range, so I'm just gonna shoot at it from afar, straight up onto it. The nose is already turning red, or are those just damage markers? That was quick. It only took 91 shots to kill a Freelancer. But now this might take quite a while. As far as I remember, the MSR has a size 3 shield. And I think my Thunderbolt, oh no, my Tarantula cannons do just a little damage to the shield and the damage reduction is too big. But I'm gonna try it anyways. Okay, finally, soft F. That was around 350 shots that mostly were hitting. So to restock now, it only costs 170 alpha UEC to fully restock. So the missiles seem really not worth. But since we already tested the ballistic cannons, I'm going to try these sledgehammer mass driver things. They are also, well, they're not classified as ballistic cannons, they're just mass drivers. They look like railguns. So, one shot on the Gladius. And I have to load. It just has 1500 meters of range, so you have to be kind of close to hit them. But when you get close, it gets really hard. And the mass drivers are weird. You have to hold on to shoot. So they kind of load up, like the iron had this weird interaction as well. So, 2 shots. And maybe 3 shots. So 3 hits. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So this was okay. 4 solid hits are enough for a, I think it was a Freelancer, yeah. Then Vanguard has quite a lot of HP. I think it was around 30 or 40,000. It took me quite a while to get this one down, and I still have 30 shots. So this is another Gladius. 1 shot. And 2 shots. Oh man. You can 2-shot a Gladius if you have a solid hit where all 4 cannons hit it. You just give it a 2-shot. This is incredible. I think the Sledgemaster have some potential. Okay, this is a blade. I hit it already 3 times, or I believe it was 3 times. 4 or 5 times, okay. A Buccaneer, that was the 2nd shot. And the 3rd, okay, 3 hit. This is a Talon, maybe, not sure. That's 1 shot that hit. Trying to line up the 2nd one, it's really annoying because you kind of have to hold to load it up for a second or 1.5 seconds. Oh, that was also just 3 shots. By the way, you can also load size 5 cannons in the back. But I'm kind of surprised how well the Freelancer MIS did. It doesn't have a lot of hull HP, so once you lose your 3 size 2 shields, you're really vulnerable and you explode much quicker than you expect. The 4 size 3 guns are pretty strong. You just have to make sure that you're not dogfighting. You have to kind of fly by, maybe put in decoupled and just slingshot by them, turn around and shoot backwards. Otherwise, if you get into dogfighting, you just get outmaneuvered. I wanted also to show you something about the Freelancer MIS compared to the base Freelancer. The Freelancer MIS is red and the base Freelancer is blue. As you can see here, the Freelancer MIS is a little faster but has a slower navigation speed. The propulsion in general is a little better in the Freelancer MIS, but for some weird reason the military variant of the Freelancer has less health. So if you look here, the hull durability of the Freelancer MIS in the nose is 5,500 and the base Freelancer 9,500. Same goes for the body, almost 3,000 more, and the tail 3,000 more. So in total, the Freelancer base has 10,000 more health than the Freelancer MIS, which is apparently the beefier variant of the two. And also, if you look at the hydrogen fuel, it almost has half of the fuel capacity of the base Freelancer. So what can we say? The Freelancer MIS is a fun ship, but not a good ship. I really like the ship and I hope that it gets some love in the near future. But if you're looking for something meta or strong, I would suggest you rather use the normal Freelancer instead of the MIS, because the missiles are just putting you in debt and it has less health and no other benefits over the normal Freelancer. But besides that, if the Freelancer MIS ever gets a bigger update, better rockets, maybe even better weapons, it could be a huge thing. So in conclusion, the Freelancer MIS is a fun ship, but not a good ship currently. It has an incredible amount of missiles that you can shoot. In the base loadout it has 85,739 missile damage, but the Freelancer in general is just not in a good space. The components are physicalized and the 4 size 3 guns are pretty good, but for the military variant I think they could up the guns a little bit. If it had 4 size 4 guns it would be incredibly strong, maybe too strong. Maybe just the turret in the back should get size 4 guns. Besides that, the missiles shoot incredibly slow. I don't know why it has this special missile mount, but shoots one missile after the other in a terrible pace. I believe there are a lot of things that can be done with the Freelancer because it's such a cool ship in general. The interior is outdated, but it has a lot of potential. The space in the back is really useful. You can actually fit a lot of vehicles inside of it. If you're like me and you're playing to have fun and not to have the best ship, I recommend the Freelancer, but don't expect to be the best in a fight. Overall, I'm holding on onto the dream of a great Freelancer MIS, but I will keep it in storage until it gets a little update. And with that, thank you for watching, subscribe if you want to, and see you next time. Goodbye.